Alright, this time around we were on the Mississippi River going after smallmouth bass, and it wasn't a good day to go fishing because the day before we just had a bunch of rain, river went up, river got dirty, and the bite just wasn't on for really any species of fish. It was just very rough, and we got lucky and found some smallmouth bass. And this is the location. We were fishing these smallmouth bass in a bunch of rocks. This right along where it says smallmouth and rocks, that whole shoreline is all rocks, and that's where most of these smallmouth were. And the ones we all caught in this video were very, very small. There ain't really any big ones in this video. It's just a more of a chill out video. Just catching some fish. Some smallmouth bass. Alright, y'all. We're out here trying to make a video. Today's just been very bad. We had a bunch of rain. Mississippi's went up. Nothing really biting, but out of the blue we tried a different spot and the smallmouth came and bit on a little Northland swim bait. Alright, let's get them unhooked and put them back. Try to get some more. Alright, first smallmouth going back. Alright, y'all, we're on. A little bit bigger of a smallmouth right there. Nice smallmouth right there. Nice one. Could be a little bit bigger though. Yeah, smallmouth bass. A little bit bigger than that first one we got. Really hard bite, remember. My favorite, one of my favorite fish right here. Alright, there he goes. On the Mississippi River. Right under this train bridge. Between these two bridges right now. Trying a bunch of rocks. You can see the rocks in there. That's what we're doing. There you go. Tiny little smallmouth. Really, really small. Really small one. Hit it right before I was gonna take it out. Hit it right then. In this spot they're eating. Everywhere else it's just a no-go. There's just no fish going on really anywhere else except right here. It seems like smallmouth are on at least. All right, there he is. All right, and there's another one. A lot of small ones so far. It's going to be expected with how much rain we just got just half a day ago, and it went up. The Mississippi went up. For how small these guys can be, they can fight, dude. They have energy. Smallmouth, that's why I like them, because they just never want to quit fighting you. Another little guy hooked into another tiny little guy. You know something? I don't right now care how small these guys are, because smallmouth in general, they always fight even for a tiny little guy. One of my actually my most favorite fish right here is a smallmouth. So big or small, I don't care. Let's get them unhooked and put them back. Alright, we're on another one here. Another, a little bit bigger than them ones we've been getting though. Tiny bit bigger. Come here. Stop flopping. See, they're just full of energy. Nice smallmouth bass. That's a nice little one. Let's get them unhooked, put them back. Alright, this little guy goes back here. Right in the rocks. Look at that. Still just right in them rocks, just sitting there waiting for something else to try to eat. Yeah, do you see something missing there? The smallmouth ate the swim bait right off of it. And I didn't bring any extra because I didn't know if I was going to catch any fish. So I got to go all the way back and get some more. In the meanwhile, enjoy the scenery. Alright guys, we got something here. What do we got? It's a crappie. We got a crappie. Nice little eater one too. On the Mississippi. We're on a different area of the train bridge here. We got a crappie. Look at that guy. Alright. Nice. Good eater sized crappie right there. I wasn't expecting him. Let's put him back. Here he goes. There he goes. Alright. Yeah. We were over on that other side of that lump over there. We just moved over here, tried that. And then we just moved into these rocks where there's big boulders and buildings and big cement buildings. Possible smallmouth. That's why we're trying this. Alright, I ain't gonna lie, it's a hot one now. The sun started coming out because the clouds disappeared from all that rain we had this morning, and it got humid. Wet and hot. Not a good combination. Let's keep going and see if we can get any more smallmouth before the sun goes too far down. Nice day otherwise, but it got humid. Alright guys, we're hooked in. Come on buddy. Small little guy here, a little bit bigger than them really small ones. He's a nice little guy. Look at that. Alright. When you're going for these smallmouth and these rocks, remember you're fishing rocks. And if them fish ain't dumb, they'll take you right into them rocks and jam you right up. And then you have to try to get the fish out of the rocks. Remember that. Wasn't even turned on for the fight. Nice little smallmouth. Probably the biggest one we got tonight. They're all small. Alright, probably the nicest one we got out of all these small ones. Let's put them back. Alright. Alright, one more time here. I'm using a Northland fishing tackle swim bait. Suffolk 10-pound test fishing line, Advance. Alright, this is probably it. We'll see you all later. Alright, so this time around we are on the Mississippi River on the main channel going for smallmouth bass on a public boat ramp. This area here has all kinds of almost everything a smallmouth is looking for. It's got a little beach area, it's got a little wing dam, all kinds of big boulders of rocks. That big boat ramp is all nice and cemented, just a nice cement boat ramp. Everything a smallmouth is looking for. A bunch of smaller, just normal little gravel. Everything a smallmouth is looking for in this spot. Now there's an orange line, and then on the one side where the arrows are pointing that says smallmouth. I don't know why or what it is, but when you go across from that line on the other side where the arrows aren't, the smallmouth just ain't there. It just like turns into a whole different area. It's more like largemouth, northern. It's more weeded than anything else. There ain't really, it's just a whole different world on that side of the line. Everything on the other side, that's where you aim for to catch these smallmouth. So here we go. Little smallmouth bass. And we're in a different pool now. Every two dams in between them is called a pool. So we're in a different pool, and we found some smallmouth on a tiny little wing dam. Little wing dam right there. That's a tiny little one. Oh yeah, and there he is. Look at that guy. A little bit bigger. Oh, we're all hooked into something again here. Another smallmouth. Little good size one, under 14 without a doubt. Another really small little one. Oh man, they're crazy. They're just crazy. Yeah, in this pool, these guys are eating it, man. They're hungry. Settle down and I'll unhook you. All right, here goes this little dude. Little dude, tell your parents to come and bite. Dude, we got a nice one. We finally got a nice one. We got a nice smallmouth. Oh man. Oh man. Oh no. They never been biting the greatest, but at least we got to see it and it jumping and fight it a little bit. That was fun. Still a bummer I couldn't like bring it in and see it. That was a nicer one. Pretty close to 14 if you ask me, probably. So I'm gonna talk about what I'm using here. Little spinner bait, Berkeley power bait, paddle tail swim bait. All right, 10-pound test line on the Mississippi River. All right, so this will be it for this video of smallmouth. Really hard bite. They weren't really eating it. So we caught a bunch though, a lot of smaller ones. Hooked into that one nicer one. That was probably pretty close to 14. But this is probably it for this video. We'll see you all later. Fish on.